Well, it's time now for the Truth or Fake segment, where France 24's Vedika Bahl will be cutting through the disinformation with her magical big screen there. As we can see, Vedika, swathes of misinformation circulating on social media about the rebels' offensive in Syria. Talk us through some of the examples that you found.
Yes, Alex, it is very much the largest offensive against the Syrian government in years, and misinformation and out-of-context imagery are rife on social networks as this situation continues to develop. Now, there is one example in particular that has cropped up a lot, showing the beheading of a man in military fatigues. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show you that video. We do have a few screenshots that we have done our best to censor, but just an advance warning to our viewers that this may still be disturbing content. Now, the video, this is just one of the shares of that video that took place by a pro-Russian account that we have debunked many times here on Truth or Fake. Now, the video was since deleted by the platform X, but not before it racked up over 1 million views, and the user then did go on to post it again later. But the caption here attests that it shows a Syrian soldier beheaded by moderate rebels because he is an infidel. And as usual, of course, this escalated across social media. It was then viewed and shared even further. Here it is, shared by another account that called it the most gruesome footage of the so-called Erdogan-backed freedom fighters, going on to call it he was a prisoner of war in Western military terms. Another user then reshared that same post by that same user, and this racked up nearly 60,000 views. So what we can see here very much is the knock-on effect of how misinformation can really continue to trickle down social media and continue to spread falsehoods. But what we do see in that video, which I did watch, the people in the video do speak Arabic, and there is some communication between the captive and the captors, the person on the ground and the captors. He does beg for his life, but ultimately, in the end, the man in the military uniform is unfortunately beheaded, and there is a real beheading that takes place. Now, according to the research that we did find this video circulating elsewhere on the internet, on the real depths of the internet, on, in fact, some very violent websites, and they were all dated. Here is an example of that same video cropping up, dated from a year ago on one particular website. But the earliest that we could find it dated from previously was here, in fact, from 2020 in May, on the 24th of May, 2020. So it is very much not recent, and it has been circulating on the internet for some time. And unfortunately, despite the research done by me and the France 24 observers, we were unable to verify this further. We still don't know the exact date this was filmed, nor the identity, nor the origin of the person in the video and the victim. But most importantly, we don't know the place or the real context of what actually took place here. But what we can be sure of, Alex, is that the events in this video do not show the actions of the rebel Islamist groups that launched an offensive in Syria just last week. So this is being shared out of context, and it is therefore, Alex, misleading.
That's horrific. I wouldn't wish it on anyone to have to watch that kind of footage. Now, Vedika, Bashar al-Assad has pledged to, quote, crush the rebel militants. Tell us about another example of what you found. This one, I believe, claiming to show his troops' military response.
Yes, and I found this set of images circulating in a few different languages, actually, not just English, but also French, Arabic as well. Now, the video shows heavy shelling taking place at night. And social media users claim that it shows the Syrian Army's defense efforts in Aleppo, showing nighttime bombardments of positions held by the rebel militant group HTS, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Now, a reverse image search done by us quickly debunked this, in fact. It is not at all, in fact, the images taking place, the events, taking place over the last few days. I found that same video circulating online with news media from February of 2020. It is, in fact, a video of the Turkish armed forces using howitzers and mortar shells against the Syrian army forces. It is a retaliation after clashes in the war-torn Idlib area of northwestern Syria that killed at least 5 Turkish soldiers. And I did find other Turkish media as well from that time back in February of 2020 to back that up. Just for good measure, I also checked Western media as well to check that that was very much much indeed the timeline of events that took place at the time. But yes, it is confirmed here, Alex, this is very much not a visual of Syrian army bombardments against rebel positions. But it is very much a Turkish missile strike that was dating back to 2020. So again, out of context and misleading footage there.